Here, one of the final pieces of legislation passed by Parliament on Friday before breaking up for the election was aimed at helping around 5 million owners of leasehold properties in England, mainly living in flats. Now, the government says the costs of renewing leases should now come down, with a standard duration of 990 years. It'll be easier for leaseholders to manage the buildings they've bought flats in, and service charge costs for maintenance will become more transparent. But campaigners say the law falls short of what they'd expected. Here's Phil Hendry.
Meet Richard Moore. He bought a flat to rent out and provide a pension for his retirement. But beyond the colourful artwork, the building has dangerous cladding, roof problems and as a result rocketing service charges, which he has to pay because it's leasehold.
I feel like I'm being robbed blind. I feel like the government has my bank account just wide open for these corporate interests just to take what they like.
His service charges, he says, are now £8,000 a year.
It's affecting millions of people in this country. I'm not the only cladding hostage that there is out there, and I'm not the only apartment owner getting ripped off with ridiculous service charges.
Richard pays a managing agent who maintains the building. They say the increase is justified. Their trade body, the Property Institute, agrees, saying service charges have risen by 40% on average in the last 5 years.
I think when leaseholders are getting very large bills and they're difficult to understand, it's perfectly rational for them to question and to wonder what's going on. The data explains why those bills are going up, and it's not good news. But it is, it's easy to shoot the messenger.
So what's behind the increase in service charges? Well, in the last 5 years, the Property Institute says most things like maintenance and staffing costs have gone up by about a third. Spending on professional fees for surveys and inspections has gone up by 69%, reflecting concerns about building safety. Energy prices are up by over 70% for communal heating and lighting. But by far the biggest rise has been for insurance, up more than 90%. The industry denies it's profiteering.
I think the industry is correctly pricing the risk that's there. Unfortunately, the risk wasn't known in the same way prior to the tragedy at Grenfell. Now the risk is well known.
After the tragedy, many insurers stopped covering high-risk blocks, pushing up premiums, and insurance brokers took large commissions. The new laws aim to stop this, so leaseholders no longer have to pay them. The industry has also started underwriting riskier policies.
Capacity in the market under basic supply and demand should lead to changes in premiums.
For millions of flats like Richard's, ministers also say the new legislation should make managing agents be more transparent about their charges. Little comfort to him right now.
It's the worst decision of my entire life. It's like they've turned me into a wage slave. For what? There's no reason why I should be in this situation. Sorry.
Richard Moore there, ending that report from Phil Hendry. Now, with the day